Here we go for the live podcast. Welcome in, Sage. That was quick. Appreciate it. Got Jigs on Wheelz tonight. What's up, Bubba? Jigs is in here already. How's it going, Mr. Jigs? See if I can set this up. Fluid grid. You just let me know when you're ready to come up here. We won't start the interview till 7, but you're more than welcome to get up here and BS with everybody. What's up, Glick? Road Cone. There he is. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
You out there tying and stuff or what?
Yeah, I've been working on some treble hooks today.
There you go. Bunches of them.
That's just part of it.
You see what Bubba says.
I've got that whole stuff going. I ain't worried about Bubba.
He said auction starting soon.
Yeah.
That's all you got done all day, huh?
That's fine. He'll miss the giveaway. So.
So you've been tying some things up.
Got an idea.
There you go. North Waters. People are coming in. I know I was talking to Lauren earlier, and they've been out there just slaying the walleye.
Mm-hmm. They've been getting it. I think they had... Last time I talked to him, they had 17, which they needed one more for the limit. So.
Oh, yeah. They limited out. He said they've limited out all the time between 3 guys.
Yeah. I think there's 4 with them. I think there's 4 with them this time. I think one of them's son went with them.
May have. I know he sent me a picture, and it was like 2 6-foot tables just full of walleye. So,
yeah.
What's up, Woods? Yeah, it sounds like they're doing really good. I told him I may stop out there Friday and hang out with them for a while. Just depends on how busy they are. I know how it goes when you're out there and you're fishing, you're on a little adventure. Sometimes you just take off and do things. So if they're available, I'll go out there.
Right.
We'll see. I know they've been cold. It's been 30s and windy here. So
exactly. Yeah. It's way colder up here. And I think it was like 60 something here today.
I wish. We're supposed to get 50s tomorrow. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
What's up, Spider Monkey? Critters. Yeah, we got a show for y'all tonight. We're going to have Jigs on here. We're going to go through everything. We'll start at 7, as always. So we got about 10 minutes. Who the heck are these guys?
Oh, let's see how many people I can share this thing out to.
There you go. There will be something new as far as the giveaways go, and I'll explain that again. I'll say it right now, but I'll explain it again, and that's going to be the fact that you have to interact with the podcast somehow. You have to send a like, you have to send a comment, something like that. We had an issue last week where it was somebody just scrolling through, and they actually won the giveaway. Nobody's ever heard back from them. So if we had, we were going to honor that. But, so that's the way we're going to do it this time. So if you guys want to be in on the giveaway, for those of you that are here, and I know you're always here, just make sure you send a like or a comment. What's up, Bear? Lauren's in here.
Oh, Lord.
Quite a few people showing up here quick. Truck money. What's up, Mark Brown? But yeah,
Oh,
like I
sugar
was
bear.
saying, we're gonna have to have a little interaction from anybody who wants to be in the giveaway. So even though we have that number in the top right corner, I'm going to click on that number and go down through. And if you haven't interacted, it doesn't put a number by your name. And that's the way we're going to do it from now on. So appreciate the
it,
follow, Mark. Yeah, I always jump on here and interact with everybody before we get started. Yeah. Let them all get revved up.
Yeah. I'm just worried about these questions they're going to ask whenever you open it up to the chat.
Well, we're going to...
Some of them...
Everybody always thinks that. You know what? Everybody's usually pretty cordial.
But it's me up here now.
I know what questions not, well...
not to read.
I won't say not going to be in the chat, but I know you're not going to be in the chat asking, who's your favorite jig tire?
Good point there. I could say who's your favorite, you know what, so I mean. Just saying.
Truck Money said, we'll be nice. Lauren says, let me ask the questions.
Lord. I don't know if it...
Well, I'll tell you guys, I spoke with Jigs and we got some questions that some of you may not be expecting. And I told Jigs he's going to have to help me out a little bit. He is mainly a tire. So we're gonna get into that a little more. Look at that cowboy hat. You need a mustache, bro. Good old mustache.
I can't grow one for nothing.
Get you one like, what's his name? Flat Out?
No.
Man, no, that mustache almost comes up to his hat.
I seen a guy one time, his mustache wrapped around, like, his face. I was like, why? What's the whole point?
I don't know. Appreciate it. New ball cap for you. Look at all them gifts coming in. Appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate it.
What's up, Tater Tots? Jigs. Dye the peach fuzz.
Peach fuzz, okay. It might actually show then.
Look at that. Give you a little drink there.
Oh, I'm a little thirsty.
Shower, buddy. What's up, Miss?
I think that's a new one. I ain't seen that one.
I haven't either. That's the first time I've seen that one. They're coming out with some new ones. They need to anyway. Make sure I get my phone plugged in.
Yeah, Jigs can't do a mustache. He looks too weird. What you trying to say, critters? What you trying to say?
They said they'd be nice with the questions. They never said they'd be nice before.
They never said, yeah.
7.
They said for the questions. They didn't say before the questions.
Appreciate it. Appreciate all the heart me's and the likes and the gifts. Does Porky's deliver? Oh, well, I don't know that they do, but if you're looking for delivery and you're willing to pay, I'm sure you could get it. It's a little bit out of the way for delivery to over here to the Port Clinton area, though.
And Lord DoorDash, they'll do
it. You know, up here, and I'm sure it's a lot of places, you do get outside of their area. So, look at that. Little crown for you. Yeah, you do get outside of their area. And I'll tell you right now, I go by the mile. I want $1 a mile at least, or I ain't going.
Yeah. But you probably live in a bigger town than we do around here. Around here, it's very small around here. So if you do that, you ain't getting very much.
Yeah. And it depends. If it's not super far, it doesn't have to be. But if you're wanting me to go 20 miles for, $10, it's not happening.
Hey, is there a way we can kick Sage out of here?
Nope.
So close. Hold up, I'm a mod in here, I think. No, I'm not. I don't think I am. You're lucky.
See? You're lucky. And you guys wonder why I keep it so small.
You're lucky. Lucky. Bubba said I can.
JG's, what's up, buddy? Yeah, Bubba could.
So JG's.
We are at 6:55. We got about 5 minutes, and we will get started. Appreciate you guys sharing this out. Appreciate all the likes and the camaraderie. And we'll get started here shortly, and I'll go over the new
What you paying? I ain't paying nothing.
the new giveaway rule. We got to have a little fun with you, little brother. That's what Mark Brown says. You must know him pretty well then.
I've known him since I was about 8 years old.
Now, is this the guy that you tie with that helped show you how to tie? Okay.
Yep. He's
And
the one that got me into
disabled
time.
as well.
Yes, he has the exact same disability I do.
I know who it is now. We just didn't follow each other. That's it.
Yeah. Good guy.
Yep.
Yep. He got me into it for sure.
You feel sorry for him.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I may have been wrong about these questions, buddy. I don't know.
I'm not worried. I'm telling you, I'm worried about it.
It's gonna be good. Sometimes, LOL. Yeah.
You think sometimes.
Appreciate everybody taking the time out to come in here and listen to us go back and forth, figure out a little more about Jigs, where he came from, how he got to where he is, and where he's headed. So, like I was saying earlier, we are going to do the giveaways just a touch different. Nothing special other than the fact you need to either make some comments, like the live. I don't care how you do it, to get a number beside your name. That way we're not getting people that are just doom scrolling through TikTok. JG's, we can't start yet. Nah, you can go ahead and answer it.
JG, I'm 22. I'll be 23 this year.
There you go. What's up, Hoghead?
All trouble's here now. Oh, Hoghead.
He usually bounces in and out. I do believe he's at work at this time, or he's busy. Maybe. He's just busy.
Oh, but, I gotta be quiet now. Holly's here. The show off's here now.
I think Hoghead said he watches a lot of it. He rewatches them on the YT page because he misses quite a bit of it.
17. Thanks, I appreciate that.
Birthday twin.
Yeah, that's right. Me and Sage have the same birthday. She's just a couple years older than me.
Just a few minutes away. A retired Air Force mechanic got me into it 3.5 years ago, and Nash got interested after watching me. That's awesome, dude.
Yep.
We
Sometimes I regret it.
You regret it. No, you don't.
Sometimes. There's some days.
We're gonna get into all of it tonight, Mark.
Yeah. He got a lot of
Some
questions.
stuff he'll want to answer, and some stuff he won't. But he said he will.
There it is. There's two of them right there. I knew this coming.
Sims, how's the auction going, buddy?
You're running a little late there, bud. You better hurry up. You got a minute.
I was on a live with Bubba, and I said something about you being on in the podcast tomorrow, or it was just yesterday. And he's like, "Oh, you didn't hear? There's a big auction going on. Nobody's going to be there." And I'm like, "No, there's not." And I was kind of gullible because I went and looked to make sure Sims wasn't making a post about it. And as soon as I seen there wasn't anything, I'm like, "You dumbass. I should have known. I should have."
Yeah, I was live the other day, and he hopped in and said, "Hey, I'm doing a pop-up auction Tuesday at 6:00 Central Time." I was like, He said, "Just finished up." You okay? That was a fast auction.
just in time to show up. All right, guys, it is 7 o'clock. Y'all know what that means. Welcome to the podcast. I am your host, Corey, and we will have our special guest tonight, Jigs on Wheelz. Just a little introduction tonight. So the podcast is sponsored by Pretty Lures. Pretty Lures will be doing a giveaway at the end of the podcast, and Jigs on Wheelz said he'd like to do a giveaway tonight. So we are going to switch it up a little bit on how the giveaway is done. Make sure you interact somehow. Make sure you make a comment, like the live. I don't really care how you do it. We're not looking for gifts and likes and stuff. We just want to get a number beside your name. That way we know you're in here and you're not just passing through. There's a big galaxy.
Good
Appreciate
Lord.
that.
Thanks, Sims. Pulling out the big dollar bills. That's what I'm talking about. What?
Appreciate the heart me's. So other than finding us here on TikTok, you can always find us over on the YT page. I repost every single podcast over on the YT page. That's the podcast 2025. You can find me over there. You can find Pretty Lures over there. Do you have a YT page? No YT.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Yeah. I ask that you save all your questions. You guys feel free to chat about whatever you'd like down in the chat. Don't get offended if we don't see your question down there. We save all the questions for the end of the podcast. At that point, we will let you ask him any questions you would like. We ask that you keep it PG at least.
Good add-on. There you go. Good add-on.
Other than that, I am ready to go. Are you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's start it off the way we always do. What state are you in?
I'm in Mississippi.
Mississippi. Is that born and raised? Never lived anywhere else?
Born and raised.
Born and
raised. Been here since day one.
So you're used to what? Mainly river fishing, pond fishing?
All right, well, we got a waterway that goes straight through my town, so we do that, and we got some lakes around here, pretty much.
Okay. So I usually started off with let's talk about you. Let's learn a little bit about you. So what do you do outside of bait making, or is this how you make your money?
That's pretty much how I make my money.
This is how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
pretty much
good.
all I do.
And you're not married, no kids.
No.
Are you sure?
No. Single as a Pringle.
Single as a Pringle. There you go. So, how long have been tying jigs?
March 1st was a year. Oh, I put that on my
freeze up.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. My internet's acting weird today. I don't know what it is.
I see that. So March 1st to be a year that you've been tying.
Yes, sir. It's crazy. It's
All
been
right.
a year already.
And is that is that all you do is just tying, and you do what types of different tying?
Right. Yes, right now I do jig tying and stuff. I'm looking into painting lures here pretty soon, but as of right now I do just tying. I do anywhere from spinner baits to buzz baits to crappie jigs, all kinds of stuff.
You do it. You do it all.
I do it all.
So when it comes to tying, are you pretty particular on what you use to tie with, as far as like what skirtings you use when it comes to the buzz baits or spinner baits or anything like that?
I mean, not really. I mean, what I find is the silicone skirt tabs and all that stuff. So other than that, you can't get more specific than that. So it's not really that much to choose from, really. Other than
what
colors.
about like jig heads and things like that? Certain hooks that you like to use?
Honestly, I just get with my guy and he just puts whatever together and sends it to me. So whatever he uses.
Whatever they get you.
Yep. Whatever he
All
can get
right.
to me.
So for me, I'm not used to the tying aspect of it. So when we're tying on these silicone skirts, let's talk about like the spinner baits, things like that. When we're tying on these silicone skirts, you're using thread.
Sir, I use a 210 denier flat wax and just wrap it on there, get it real tight, and then put skirts and stuff on there.
Yeah. And when you're finished up, are we just tying the knots that I see everybody doing with the jigs, or are we putting something to seal it?
Yes, I actually put UV resin around it. After I tie the knot, finish it off, whatever, I put UV on it. So it's cured. And then, to me, it lasts longer.
Okay.
That knot's not going to come undone so fast if I put UV on it. So it stays connected longer for sure.
Gotcha. So how did you get into tying?
So, funny story. So, Mark Brown, Sugar Bear down there, he got into it a couple years before me.
Okay.
And I've always liked watching him do it and everything like that. But at the same time, I was going to college to be a basketball coach because I love the game of basketball.
Okay.
So, and just, I decided that's not what I wanted to do in my life. And I got into jig tying. And here we are.
So we tie jigs. That's what we do.
It's crazy.
So
it's only been a year.
it's
It feels longer
only
than
been a
that.
year. I thought you had been
Yes.
tying so much longer than that.
No, March 1st was a year. I'm like, dude.
Yeah. Well, I got a few tough questions for you for people that don't know you. So, people that don't know, Jigs is handicapped. So, he is in the wheelchair 100% of the time. So, how did we come about with that? Is that something that came with an injury or was it an illness? How did this?
It actually come from birth. I have spina bifida. So
Okay.
basically my back didn't form all the way in the womb. And so it just happened. I mean, there wasn't nothing to stop it. So I mean,
So you've known no other way. You've always been in the wheelchair, and
always
that's the way it's been for you.
well, I was on arm crutches for a little while.
Okay.
And then once I got into like middle school and stuff like that, then it was just easier to go in the chair
Yeah.
because I was going back and forth from classes and stuff like that. So it was just easier to go in the chair.
Sure. Yeah. I ask these questions because not everybody's going to know this about you. I know your logo says pretty much all of it, Jigs on Wheelz. But was there a time when you were working regular jobs and things like that? Because like you said, you've been jig tying a year, and that gets you your cash flow and stuff. But was there a time when you had regular jobs?
Yes. Back in high school, I worked at Walmart. Guess what? I was a door greeter, of course.
Nice.
Yeah. So I worked there for about a year. And then I quit from there. And then I worked dispatch for the sheriff's office here in my town.
Okay.
So, and I worked there for a few months. And then I got out of college and stuff like that. And now I'm jig tying.
There you go.
So got stuck jig tying.
So, for those of you that are wondering, I spoke with Jigs before we got on the podcast tonight, and this is something he likes to discuss and he likes to put it out there. And maybe there's somebody out there that's been thinking about doing this that maybe has a handicap themselves. You know, Jigs is showing you can do what you want. You just got to put your mind to it. And even though he has his handicap, he still gets out there. He still does what he wants to do. I know they're building you a complete workshop right now.
Yes, sir. Right outside my back door, matter of fact.
So you're going to be able to go out the back door, go down the ramp, and
straight into it.
Right into your workshop. Now, you're talking about getting into painting as well.
Yes, sir.
So how serious are we about getting into the painting?
I've been wanting to do it. I've been, like I said, I've been doing this for a year, and I've met you and Lauren and Sims and Holly and Pretty Lures and all that, and I've sat there and watched y'all. Lord, there's the corgi. Anyways, I'm not doing it.
Lauren.
But I've been sitting here watching y'all, and I'm like, that actually looks really interesting. I want to try it. So back in high school, I took collision repair at Votech.
Okay.
And so Lord, my mom is crazy. But so I took collision repair in high school, and so we got to airbrush, of course, car parts and stuff, which it was harder because the parts are bigger, stuff like that. But now that airbrushing, a lure, there's not that much lower body movement you got to do. So
Sure. So you already got compressors and paints and blanks, and you ready for all that already?
I've got paint, I've got blanks, I've got my air compressor, got my airbrushes. I'm ready to go.
Nice.
I even got my UV ready.
So how far off are we from having the shed ready? You're gonna start setting it up.
It is pretty close. We are pretty close. I'm thinking by probably this time next month for sure.
Nice. Very
Stop
nice.
staring at me.
Very nice. So we've talked about being in the wheelchair a little bit. How does that affect as far as going fishing? Now, are you able to get in a vehicle, drive yourself? I'm sure, but are you able to get out of the vehicle and go fishing by yourself?
Yes and no. Right now, I'm not able to because I'm trying to get a lift to put in my truck so I can load and unload my chair by myself. But for me to get in the vehicle, that's no problem. I can transfer easily.
Okay.
So
I remember when I first started talking to you, we were talking about this lift situation, and you had it tuck and roll. You had something set up where they were going to come out and put in a lift for you, and then it came about that the vehicle you had was not new enough.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It was this whole runaround, but the woman told me that they think there was a misunderstanding on what kind of lift. I think they were talking about wanting to put me in the truck, which that makes a whole lot more sense because it's more in the truck than it is on the outside. So
yeah.
So,
but you're looking more for almost like what we'd see when the guys are putting the little motor scooters in the back of their truck, more like a hoist.
Kinda, yeah. It's kind of like a crane. It has a little remote. It swings out. I hook my chair up to it. It picks it up, sets it in the back.
Yeah. And then when you get to where you're going, of course, it just swings back around and you can transfer into the chair. So I know we've got a lot of people in here tonight, and a lot of people that have a lot of connections. If anybody has any ideas or maybe can help him get to the right people to maybe get something like that for him, because I know he loves to fish and he hasn't been able to get out and do that by himself. He always has to have somebody to go with him. So
I actually got to go yesterday, matter of fact.
You did?
Yes.
What did we catch?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I really don't. Let's just say I left with 2 rods, come back with 1.
Oh. And no fish?
No fish.
Oh, yeah. That's
minus 2 spinner baits, too. It was a day.
What the great thing about that is, though, buddy? You can make
them. Yeah, that's what my buddy said. He's like, well, at least you make them. Thanks. That helps my feelings a lot.
You can make more. Cameron down here has On the Line Anglers. So anybody that might have an idea, I appreciate you throwing it down there in the chat. Send him a private message. It was just something I threw out there. Jigs didn't know I was going to talk about that or anything. But if you do have an honest lead for him that may be able to help him out with getting that chair hoist, we'll say, send him a private message and maybe he can get to that. So we'll move on from that subject. So, when it comes to tying, what is your favorite thing to tie?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Probably spinner baits.
Spinner baits?
It's just something about spinner baits is it's pretty fun to do because like all the different kinds of stuff you can come up with it. Like that's two different kinds of skirts in there.
Yes.
You can't really tell on the screen, but that's two different kinds of skirts. So some stuff you can hide in there and not see it till you throw it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can see all of it. No, Sam's mohawks are not my favorite yet. The mohawk jigs, those hurt my head.
So, what's your confidence bait then? I bet it's a spinner bait. You love to throw a spinner bait when you're out fishing for, we'll say bass.
Bass, yes, most definitely a spinner bait. But then crappie, obviously a crappie jig. So
yeah. Well, the reason I say that is you say your favorite one to tie is the spinner bait. I thought maybe it's your favorite one to fish as well.
Yeah, honestly, I have not thrown a spinner bait till this year, till I started tying.
Really?
Yep. And then ever since I've tied them and got to throw them, I'm like, yeah, I like this. This is nice. I like this.
And then you do crappie jigs as well. Do you have some of those available to maybe show us? Or
where's?
He's like, dadgummit, I thought I had everything right here.
I did. I thought about getting them out too.
That's all right if you don't have them available.
I'm sure I can find some here somewhere. Oh, here's one. I can do with eyes and without eyes. Just your normal circle heads. Where did that box go? I know it's here somewhere.
Very nice. Yeah. So everybody that I talk to when it comes to tying, we usually get into the vices, the bobbins, things like that they like to use. Do you have a favorite vice or a vice that you would recommend to maybe somebody starting out?
Yeah, this one. Hang on, let me get my stuff up here. Ignore the mess that's on it. This one right here, it's a King's Vice.
Okay.
It's the first one I've ever used, and I've had that one for a year, and it's still going. So I love it. Just don't lose the little pieces on it. I've learned that too. I had to buy more pieces.
You took it apart and lost some stuff, or what?
Yeah, well, I didn't realize how important this little piece right here is.
Yeah.
So after I lost it, I'm like, yeah, I might have to buy me another one. Kingfisher Vice.
When it comes to the bobbin, do you have a favorite one? Have you tried many different ones?
Honestly, I don't even know what brand this is. A buddy of mine gave this to me, but it's one like that. And that's my favorite one. That's the one I use all the time. I've got like 4 others around me. Like I got one right here. Yep. They ain't even got a thread on it. It's something about how this one, it's just like so smooth to me. I don't know what it is. I like it. And it's easy to trade threads and stuff on it and everything.
Yeah.
So that one I had to fight with. It's crazy.
You'll find the same thing, I think, when it comes to painting. There's so many airbrushes out there. And I've got the ones that I got from the beginning, and I have stuck with them. And
I've got 3 waiting on me. So
what do you have for airbrushes waiting on you? You even know?
I don't know what 2 of them are. I can't remember. But the other one is a gallery, I think.
Okay.
So, but the gallery one's gonna wait. That's gonna. I'm not gonna mess with it. It was a little pricey.
Yeah.
So it's gonna wait a little while till I get where I'm satisfied with my work.
Well, I think part of it is getting used to the brush and how they're not as delicate as you think, but the needles definitely are. They're super delicate. And it's very easy to lose the nozzle out of the very end when you start taking it apart to clean it and things like that. But you will find out. I mean, when I first got my first airbrush, I was basically afraid to use it, and everybody's just telling me, don't be afraid to use it. Just get in there and go for it. And it worked great for a while. Well, I wasn't cleaning it properly. And all of a sudden you start to have all those issues where, you
You gotta
you
break
go
it
to
down,
spray and
everything.
you're getting a bunch of splatter, or it's coming out at like a 45-degree angle. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of good people on here to help you with that. I know Bubba helped me a lot. I know Mad Mexican helped me a lot with getting the brushes cleaned up and back in working order. And I think the main thing is don't bend the needle.
Yeah.
It's easy
My
to
luck, I'm gonna
do.
bend it right when I start. I'm gonna. That's what somebody
Yeah,
told me the other day. They're like, "Yeah, just don't bend the needle. You'll be fine." I'm like, "Thanks. You just had to tell me that, didn't you?"
it's gonna happen.
Oh
It's
yeah, most definitely. I'm waiting on it.
they're they're so easy. It's so easy to do. It
Yeah.
really is. But once you get used to the brush and how to take it apart, put it back together, and you'll be fine with it.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. So, how many jigs? How many different styles of jigs do you know how to tie?
I can pretty much tie anything.
Anything?
You show me a picture or explain to me what you want, and I can try to get close. So, like I said, I do spinner baits, buzz baits. These, swamp rooster and bass cat. Don't know how I feel about these. They want me to tie some of these.
I've seen a lot of that.
These are interesting. That right there is interesting.
Getting that skirt to flare up around that head like that.
Tie fly? Yeah, no, I'm not tying no fly. I can't do that.
You're not going to tie a fly?
I can't do it.
So when it comes to tying, what's some of the parts that are most difficult for you?
Probably deciding what combos to do.
So when it
Like when
comes to
customers
that
tell
color
you,
choice,
like when customers tell you, be like, hey, you choose. I don't know. What colors do you like?
you're going to find that relates to painting too.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
already know.
I like to do my own thing, but at the same
Yeah.
time, if a customer calls me and says, "Hey, I want a bait from you," I want you to tell me what colors you want on it. I can figure out from what you're telling me kind of how I'm going to do it, but at least tell me what colors you'd like to see on
Right. Well, that and tell me what's kind of good in your area, just so I have a general idea of, hey, they said this color is good, so I can at least add that to it or something.
it. Yeah. So when it comes to tying, are there different kinds of threads that you would use for different kinds of baits, or is it all pretty generalized?
Some people use more different than I do, but I've just ever since I've started, I've used the 210 denier ever since I've started, and it's always been good to me. So that's what I use all the time.
Well, I have some of your jigs, so I can't say there's anything wrong with that. I haven't gotten them out to fish with them much. We just got rid of the ice, and we had a couple nice days, and ever since then it's been either blowing like 70-mile-an-hour winds, or it started
Don't
snowing
do it.
again and 30
Yeah,
degrees, and
y'all
it's
can
just
keep that
kind of
up there.
crazy.
Y'all can keep that up there. We don't want it.
So if somebody was just starting out in tying, what's a little bit of advice you might give them to help them get started?
Patience, patience for sure. Take your time. Don't get yourself in a big rush because you're gonna mess up. There's no ands if buts about it. You're gonna mess up.
Yeah.
It's bound to happen. Like there's sometimes I'll cut the material or the marabou for the tail. I won't even put the thread on first. Just because I was rushing myself. So you just take your time, be patient. You get it.
So there's definitely a process to it, and if you start
Oh,
trying
for
to
sure.
skip steps, it'll be bad, huh?
Mm. Especially if you're having a bad day, don't tie jigs. Just don't even try.
Don't even try. Don't tie
Don't even try.
angry and don't paint angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But something either bad's gonna happen or something expensive is gonna happen. One of the two.
Yeah. Yeah. I seen my wife comment down there. I was talking about the weather, and she said, "We don't want this stuff anymore either." It's very true. I am completely done with winter. I'm ready to have warm weather. I'm ready to fish. As much as I love sitting in here, talking with all the guys on TikTok, I think we're all us Northerners, and even in the South, you guys are waiting for the bite to pick up as well.
We're waiting on spawning.
But
That's all we're waiting on.
we're all ready to fish. I mean, that's
For
all
sure.
there is to it. And now is a great time for us too, because all the people who don't do the bait making are ready to fish. Now they're
Right.
starting to ramp up. They're starting to fill up their tackle boxes, and they're wanting more and more baits. And we will start painting according to the bite. You know what I mean? We'll start doing the top water stuff when the top water bite starts to come on. Right now, it'd be like, the jerk baits and some of the Fritz fives, things like that. Those are some of those baits that you want with those tighter wobbles. And I have a rip stop here that it's getting painted and it's going in my box. I have never
I've seen a
caught.
bunch of those here
I have
lately.
never caught a fish on a jerk bait ever. So maybe this is my year. So that's what I'm getting ready to try.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I've been seeing a lot of those rip stops a lot here lately. People painting them up, getting them ready.
So when you do start to get into painting, what clear coat are you going to use?
UV.
You're going to go with UV.
I'm gonna try out UV, see how it works out. And if I don't like it, I'll probably try BSI or something.
So when it comes to the getting into the painting part, because that's going to be happening very quick for you here. You said maybe this time next month you'll be set up in there, and I would assume that's one of the things you're excited to try is to get into the painting. So who is it that you're probably talking to the most right now about how am I going to get this set up? Am I doing this right? Do I want this?
Probably Sims and Lauren. Those
Okay.
two. I mean, I'm close with everybody on here, but those two, ever since I've started TikTok, they've immediately welcomed me in. Was like, hey, because I met Lauren through an auction, and then he just kept inviting me until I joined his live one day. And I was like, dude, what does this man want? Like, did I do something wrong to him? Did I, make him mad or what? So I finally joined, and me and him just hit it off. And then Sims joined. I can't remember how Sims come along, but he come along, and we've all hit it off, and been close ever since.
Yeah. So I think that happens for everybody. There's somebody that they just kind of click with and they start doing the lives with. You get more comfortable on camera. You get more comfortable getting in a box and actually talking, and you get to know other people that way. But you always have that kind of first and second person that you were never afraid to talk to after a few days, And then when 7 other people join that live, you hit mute and you just kind of sit back and listen.
That's what I did, honestly, and I still do it to this day. Like, y'all get to talking about, paint and stuff, and I'll be like, okay, I'll just sit back, mute, and I'm listening.
Now that's where I kind of am with jigs, tying and things like that. I know painting. I know enough to get in trouble anyway.
I feel
But
you on
one
that
thing
one.
I don't know and I've never done is the tying side of it. So it's interesting for me to talk to somebody who that's where they got their beginning or that's what they do all together. And I come up with these questions just kind of on the fly to figure out a little bit more about tying, because I relate tying to painting of the hard baits. What people see is this pretty bait that you made. They don't understand the work that goes into it. And like you were saying earlier, it's not painter's block, but it's tires block, right? You can't even decide what kind you want to do.
It's just like with these treble hooks over here. Like, you get a big order like that, and they want all different stuff. You're like, after so many, you're like, I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that a little bit. So you're doing the dressed trebles, is what we call them. So it's something that you would see on like the back of a popper or a few various other crankbaits and things like that. Some people like to use them on a lot. So it's just a dressed treble hook. So are those difficult to do, or are those pretty simplified?
I mean, they're not really difficult. I mean, you just wrap your thread on there and cut your marabou. Try to give it even as possible. Wrap it on there. Go to the next side. Just put 3 sides on there. You're good to go. Put the UV on it.
So are they always made of marabou?
Not all. Some use hackle. I've seen some use kip tail. I've seen some use just normal flash or flashy boo, whatever you want to call it. I call it flash. Just flash.
Yep.
So you can use pretty much anything on it. I tied one the other day. I don't know where it's at, but I used silicone skirts just to try it, just see what happens.
How did that turn out?
Let me see if I can find it up in here.
That would be interesting.
I think it was this order that I did it on.
So we're about 30 minutes in. We'll let him find that. Don't forget, guys, go over and check out Pretty Lures for all your bait making needs. I know a lot of the people in here already know about Pretty Lures, but for those of you who don't, make sure you go over to Pretty Lures, give them a look. If you decide to purchase something from them, you can leave notes at the bottom of that. Make sure in the notes you tell them how you found them, and that would be you found them from the podcast right here. It's just to let them know. But you go over there, they have everything for your bait making needs, your hooks, your skirts, your marabous, and your flash, Chanel's. The list goes on and on, plus everything to do with painting the hard baits. They have all your blanks, all your paints, all your reducers. They are now doing the BSI. They have the BSI in the smaller bottles. They have the BSI in the 9-ounce bottles. I found out recently that the BSI, if you purchase the BSI from them, it does come with a mixing plate, and it also comes with some of the brushes that they offer. In my opinion, it's a nice medium brush, and it has enough stiffness to definitely spread out that BSI even when it's starting to thicken up a little bit. But you can also get that soft touch if that's what you're looking for, to take out some of the bubbles and such. And as we all well know, when you're using BSI, you use that brush one time and it's done. So they give you a decent price. Better. What's that?
I was told to say UV's better.
Well, that's an argument that we always have on here. And you say you are going to use UV when you start. And you say that you talk to Lauren and Sims a lot. And I know they're both, I think Lauren uses both. I think he uses UV and a BSI or 2-part epoxy, if you will.
Yeah.
But I think Sims is strictly UV. I don't know. Do you know?
I think he is strictly UV. That's all I've ever seen him use. So.
Yeah. So
but this is the one with the silicone skirts.
That doesn't look half bad, though.
I thought it turned out pretty cool.
That is different. You need to drop it in some water and see if it flares out how you want it.
Yeah, I thought about it. I really did.
Yeah.
I'll try that. I might try that.
Because I think that's the point when they're using the marabou and stuff like that on that dressed hook, is that when it hits the water, it doesn't flatten out as much as it spreads out to give it a little more flash for everybody. Yeah, Sims is saying yes. He only uses UV. So
yeah, that's what I thought he used. I couldn't remember. I know he didn't use BSI.
Yeah, I will never tell somebody, don't use this or don't use that or make sure you use this. It's just a question I like to ask because it's the simple fact that it makes for good discussion, right? Everybody has their opinions and they all matter. Use rubber over silicone.
Jesus.
Oh.
Oh, for strand problems. Okay.
So what do you do when you have a block from tying jigs, Mr. Jigs? You sat there, you've tied all day long, and you're like, I need to tie 13 more of these because I
Mm-hmm.
have to. And all of a sudden, you couldn't tie a jig to save your life because you just can't think of what colors to use.
That's happened a lot, honestly. I just like with these, I've got to do 125 of these, and I'm just a little over halfway done. And I'm right now I don't know what I'm gonna tie next. I really don't.
So do you just take a break? Do you start scrolling through TikTok looking at different stuff that people have done? What kind of helped you get out of that slump?
I just sit back and rest, and I call my buddy Mark here,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, dude, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. Help. And he'll go, okay. And he'll just start throwing out combinations. I'm like, thank you. Just give me a second. Slow down.
Well,
I
you
can
could
only
try
go
a
so
blue or a
fast.
green. Okay, I got blue, I got green.
Like that.
Next.
And then I'll be sitting there tying away. He's like, all right, now try this. I'm like, dude, I'm not even done with this one. Slow
is
down.
is he a lot faster at it than you are?
Sometimes. It just really depends on who's tying what.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we're tying the same thing, we're about even. And then it's all over the place sometimes.
Who's one of your favorite people to watch tie? And I'm gonna say besides Mark.
Yeah, gotta be Mark. 007, Jigs.
Okay.
He's a good one. He's another one that helped me get started tying jigs. Sims even ties a little bit on the side.
Okay.
He's I like watching him. Of course, Jeff with North Waters. I
Yep.
like watching him. And then Cody Neese.
Yep.
He was actually one of the first ones I watched. So he whenever I started TikTok, it he was one of the first ones I watched, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's kind of cool. So, and then you got Romero. Romero's twice he be tying. It's amazing
Yeah.
because when it starts, it's like one big fireball, and then he shaves it down, and it's like, dude, how do you have the patience for this? I don't understand.
The first time I seen somebody shaving a lure with a razor blade was flat out. That was the first guy I seen doing it, and he had it in like this cup shape, and he's just kind of shaving along the lure, and I was baffled. I didn't know what exactly he was using, and then I seen all the gouges in his fingers, in his finger and thumb, because he is actually taking a straight razor blade, and he's bending that with pressure
Mm-hmm.
and just
And
moving
cutting
it
it.
back and forth, and he is cutting a popper out of the one that I seen him doing.
Mm-hmm.
And when he
That's
was
what
done,
Romero does.
it was flawless. Now, I don't know a lot of different tires. I only know the people that come and hang out and all the lives that we do. But I would assume there's a lot of amazing tires out there that I don't know.
Yeah, there's. I didn't realize how big the bait making community was until I joined.
Yeah.
And every day, I mean, even till today, I still see people that I haven't followed yet. And I'll just go through and start following them because you never know. And I guarantee half my followers plus people I follow is nothing but bait makers. I guarantee it.
Oh, I would say more than that. I would say
I
three
wouldn't.
quarters of the people that are online are just bait makers.
I said at least half.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'll be honest, I follow back a lot of people, but if you send me a follow, which I greatly appreciate, and I don't see anything to do with fishing on there, I'm probably not sending a follow back right away until we interact some,
Yeah,
right? I
I'm the
see
same way.
you in more than one live and things like that. Because you get a lot of these I'll just call them fake accounts for simplicity. You know, they're just kind of scrolling through and they're just following everybody they can find. And I don't want to follow just absolutely everybody that has nothing to do with any interests of mine. So that's kind of how I handle it. Because you do get a lot of follows.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, you at least get about 5 at the least. A lot.
What's your favorite color to fish with when you're fishing? Color combo.
It's not what you think, I promise. Honestly, around here, solid, like some solid colors. So like straight chartreuse, straight pink. It's those two combined even is really good. That's what I've learned over the year that I've been tying, because that's what most people want is, pink and chartreuse. So
yeah. And it depends on what area you're from as to what you're asking for, which is what's so great about being part of this bait making community is you get people from all over the U.S. and all over the world for that matter. We have MCA who is always in our lives. He's from Australia, and if it wasn't for stop it, Bubba. He says orange, sorry, rust. Yes, I painted a rust bait. I didn't see it as straight orange. But yeah, we get people from all over the world. MCA's down there in Australia, and if it wasn't for the cost of shipping, I think he would have just as many baits as the rest of us do. I mean, he's always in here. He's always supporting. And I think eventually everybody's going to get around and get a box sent over there to him. So, but yeah, it does matter what colors you're tying, as to who's fishing them and what part of the U.S. So when you're fishing, is it mainly from the bank or is it in the boat? You're muted.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I mainly fish from the bank. I mean, it's easier that way for me. But I mean, you can ask Lauren, you can ask Sims, you can ask Mold Man, even Jay now. You can ask them. They've seen me get on a pontoon and belly flop off of it. That hurt.
That hurt?
Yeah, it hurt. It hurt big time.
So do you do mostly freshwater fishing? I mean, you said you were born and raised in Mississippi, so.
Straight freshwater. I don't think I've ever been saltwater fishing, honestly.
You've never been saltwater fishing?
No.
It's different. It's a lot different. You're always getting a bite out there somewhere, and I think when it comes to saltwater fishing, as much as it portrays to freshwater, but saltwater, you got to get out there. You got to throw exactly what they want. There's always something down there that's willing to bite, but is it the fish you're looking for? I did some saltwater fishing down in Clearwater, Florida, and it was a lot of fun. We kept everything. We brought it back. We cooked it up, and it was quite good. I don't know if it was the cook or the fish we were catching, but it was pretty good.
Right. I've always wanted to go saltwater fishing, honestly, just to say I've been,
Yeah.
But then it seems fun. I've obviously watched YT videos of people see fish, or saltwater fishing. Just seems cool.
Yeah. So when it comes to rods and reels, are you a spinning reel or bait caster?
After yesterday, I am a spinning reel.
After yesterday. All right. You got to elaborate.
My bait caster just decided
just bird's nested on you?
No, the whole side fell off and everything. It exploded pretty much. I'm like, how is this even possible? I don't understand.
So
it was horrible.
The plate exploded off the side. My goodness, what were you doing with this thing?
I was throwing a spinner bait. I've done it, I did it whenever we went to Georgia on our trip, Worked perfectly fine. I went out yesterday, did the exact same stuff I was doing, and the next thing I know, my rod felt a whole lot lighter, and I looked down, and my line just wasn't there no more. The spool wasn't there, nothing.
Oh my. So now you're a strictly spinning reel guy, huh?
Yep, it's straight spinning right now. Which I got another bait caster over here. I may try it. I don't know.
Darn Timu reels.
Only if you really know where it come from.
Appreciate all the gifts, guys. So let's get back to tying a little bit. When you first started tying, like, let me see, you cannot tie without a vise, right?
If you can, you are very skilled.
Yeah.
Because
So the
you
first,
got to have multiple hands sometimes.
so I've seen this before. Guys want to get into painting. They want to get into painting so bad, and you'll see them with, the hemostats all clamped down. You'll see them with vice grips clamped down on it. When you very first tied your first one, you were already set up with a vice and ready to go.
Yep. I mean, as soon as I made up my mind, hey, I want a jig tie. I went on the Zon and bought this. This is my very first vice, and I started tying from there.
I don't know how I always get a puzzle piece. We're both moving around, we're interacting, we're talking. It does it to me every single time.
You can't ever tell nowadays.
You have the same vice.
Yeah, I called him like, hey, what's a good vice? And he told me, I was like, okay, got it.
Yeah, yeah. So if you have any questions throughout tying and stuff like that, he's one of the first people you call, which would be Mark Brown, Sugar Bear down there.
Most definitely. If he can't answer it, I'll call 007 or I'll call even Jeff.
Yeah.
At this point, I mean, I've got to know Jeff, over the last year or so.
So I've seen some people tie these. Have you ever tried to tie some of the more elaborate, they look like a mouse, where it's kind of a two-piece tie? No?
That's way above my pay grade.
What about like some of the walleye stuff that Northwaters does, like the current cutters, all bucktail types like
I thought
that?
about it. I really have, because what I've learned is most of my stuff goes more up north. So if that's the case, then I can get, more stuff for what they fish for up there, just like Jeff, with bugtail and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just ain't done it yet because I don't want to step on nobody's, or roll, sorry, not step, roll on anybody's toes. I caught it before anybody else could. Anyways, but I mean, I'd be interested in trying it for sure.
Yeah. Well, and I've heard some people say the same when it comes to tying in general. They've talked about doing some of the dressed treble hooks like you do. And they said, I'm not going to do that because that's what Jigs does. So there is a little bit of that out here. We're all competition, but we all help each other. And at the same time, we try not to roll on anybody's toes, right?
Yeah, can't be walking.
I think jig tying is really similar to the painting style. I mean, there's only so much out there you can do, and you can't really look at it as somebody stealing that from you. So
yeah, that's what I always tell people too. I mean, because you do have some people that get mad, oh, he stole my stuff, and I'm like, not really. I mean, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, that's true.
There's only so much.
So what's the most inventive jig that you've ever tried to do? Something that somebody says, man, this is one of the most difficult. I would never try and tie this, or that would never work. Don't do it that way.
Probably the Mohawk jig. Sims tells me that it's going to work, and then Mark Brown tells me you can have it.
Now, what is the Mohawk jig? What is this?
I don't have any tied up, I don't think, around me right now.
Okay.
But it's... Where'd that one go? Oh, Corey, did you steal it?
I might have.
Good Lord. Anyways, it's just like a normal crappie jig.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a good example, but of course it's got the rubber skirts on the back or whatever, and then it's got four going across the. Technically, that'd be the bottom of it. So, and it looks pretty cool, honestly, to me.
So it really does look like a mohawk straight up the
Mm-hmm.
bottom, what we call the back of it.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I am going to try fishing a sort of jig this year for the first time when it comes to North Waters tied me up some of the bucktail jigs. And then he sent me several different styles of them. And
Yeah.
then Cody Neese also sent me some smaller crappie style jigs. I'm not usually a crappie fisherman. However, quite a few of the reservoirs that I'm in, we've caught many, many crappie on different types of bass baits. So I could only imagine if I actually throw a crappie jig out there or something.
Well, be looking in your mail because I may send you some stuff. I can't let them get ahead of me. I can't let them get ahead of me like that. I found that jig I was looking for. It was hiding. But usually I do it on these with the eyes, just because I think they look cooler. But like I said, it's got the rubber tabs, which is marabou, but you get it. And then it's just got the four going across the back.
So you kind of leave those strands out as you're tying; they stick up. Mm-hmm. And what makes it so difficult to tie is it's not just a regular wrapping style all the way up.
Well, so you got your Chanel, which pull some out of here. So whenever you're trying to get those four to stay up or whatever, you gotta hold those or hold one and wrap, and it's just you gotta go take your time. It's a lot to learn, but in the end, it turns out pretty cool.
You can do it. We want to see you tie one right now.
You want to see me tie one right now? I'd listen.
Just kidding. He's like,
I don't think I have any. I gotta get some. I gotta paint some. I gotta get some more made up. I've slacked a little bit here recently.
So, do you and Mark get out to go fishing together?
Not yet, but we will. We honestly, so we met through what is called PPM. It's a group of fellowship that takes disabled people out to hunt, do whatever, takes them out hunting, guides them, whatever. And that's how me and Mark met.
Okay.
I was 8 years old when we met.
Oh,
and
wow.
So yeah, I was young, and he's just been a big brother figure to me, and like I said, he got me into this, but we have not got to go fishing yet. I'm planning on going over because he only lives like maybe an hour from me.
Yep.
So I'm planning on going over there this summer sometime.
And you was his guide.
Yeah, he was my guide that day, and boy, we cut up more in the stand than we did getting a deer.
So maybe now you'll get him into painting, or does he do that already?
He does not. I may talk him into doing that one day.
He's just strictly a tire as well.
Strictly a tire.
Okay.
Then you got me. I go that extra mile because
you go that extra mile.
Yeah, it's fun. I like doing different. It's fun,
Yes, sir. Well, I think we're getting to the part of the show that I think most people like the most. Make sure you've interacted in the chat or sent a like, something like that. If you want to be part of these giveaways, you have to have a number beside your name. And the way you get that number is make sure you send a like or make a comment down here. And that will get you a number by your name so you can get up in here. Right after the giveaways, of course, we will get to all the questions in the chat. I know I have a lot of tires in here. So if you guys could think of some of those questions that maybe I am not, to give him a little more time to talk about tying, I would greatly appreciate that. So if you guys are ready, I'm ready. I think we'll bring Bubba up.
Yeah, don't let TRS up because that was rigged. I don't care what you say. It was rigged last week. It was rigged.
We'll bring Bubba up. We'll let him spin the wheel of suspense, is what I like to call it. And we'll do some giveaways here. Are you in here, Bubba? I won't spin the wheel.
I won't spin no.
Where is he at here?
Oh, another cowboy hat. That's what I'm talking about.
There he is. Guest. Go there. Perfect. We're going to move you over to the big box there, buddy. Just like that. We'll leave Bubba in the smaller box. I'm going to look at the number. We have 59 people in here right now, but I am going to scroll clear to the bottom. And the number stops at 55. The number stops at 55. Right. So Bubba's going to punch that number in. He's going to spin the wheel for us. This is for the Pretty Lure giveaway. This will be a $25 gift code that you can use over at Pretty Lure. If you're a bait maker, you can get anything for your bait making needs over there. If you're not a maker, but you're just a fisherman, you can get a custom painted bait from Barrett. Number 21, I'm going to scroll down as quick as I can. 21 is Ron Schnell. He finally got a win.
Rigged, respan. Just kidding. Congratulations, Ron.
Ron, congratulations. Ron Schnell is the first winner. So, Jigs, we don't even know what you're going to give away yet.
So I decided to do something different.
Okay.
Instead of me just picking something and giving it away, whoever wins, message me and I will tie any custom jig for you. Whatever color you want, anything you want.
Purple.
Wow.
All right, you ready? I'm spinning.
Oh, no, she can't spin. Oh, well, I know who it's going to.
Holly, get
ready. We already know who it's going to. Holly,
No,
what color you want? Holly, what color you want?
Here we go.
30.
Number 30. I'm scrolling down. Number 30 is Road Cone. Mafia
okay,
Baits.
Spin again.
Yeah, Road Cone.
think
You'll just
Road
message
Cone
me.
has won 2 or more times. I think 2 now.
Yep, there's got to be a rule.
There's no rule.
Hey, guys.
Road
Road
Cone.
Congrats.
There we go. I got both of those written down. So if anybody wasn't in here last week, we let TRS spin. That has absolutely nothing to do with it. It was such a fluke that Holly and Northwaters are part of the same bait making team. They are boyfriend, girlfriend, however you want to say it. And each one of them won a giveaway last week, which was the oddest thing that I think I've ever seen. And as far as everybody putting rig down in the chat, that is an ongoing joke. Whoever wins, if we know them, it was definitely rigged. Road Cone has won before. Road Cone won a Pretty Lure giveaway for 25, and I do believe that is what got him into painting, because he was doing plastics and stuff like that. And some of his first lures, blanks, came from Pretty Lure, and those are what he painted. So now he gets some jigs from you.
Yep. Like I said, just message me on what kind of jig you want, and I'll tie it up for you.
JG says it's always rigged.
Oh, that's for sure.
I'll tell you what, I've been coming into these lives for over a year, and it took me probably 6.5 months before I ever even won a giveaway. I just kept watching everybody win. Some people win 2 times over. It's all the luck of the draw. So, all the luck of the draw. That was the giveaways for us. Now comes my favorite part of the show. And maybe not your favorite part of the show.
Here we go. Lord, okay.
So, guys, if you have some questions, go ahead, guys and ladies. Go ahead and put those questions down in the chat. I will try and get them as they come in. If I happen to miss your question, don't be offended. Please type it in again.
You said I wouldn't put it in the chat, or that I couldn't put it in the chat, and I've already seen it. Who's my favorite jig tire?
What Sims says, and you have to know Jigs. We are allowed to ask this, and he will find it funny. What's your favorite dance move?
The crappie flop.
The crappie flop. Other than Mark, who would you like to sit down and tie or paint with? And it could be multiple people. North Waters wants to know.
See, that's hard. See, I'm like everybody else. I feel like if we could get one big room with all these bait makers and just sit down and tie, paint, do whatever.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
For sure.
Niece Outdoors wants to know, who's your favorite jig tire?
Myself.
That's what I want to say. Every time I ask the question, if you could sit down and paint with somebody, the answer is always me. It's me. Not true.
No, I'm just kidding. No, Cody's a good one. I like watching Cody. 007, Mark, like I said, all these different. I mean, so everybody in this bait making world has their own type of style.
Yep.
So the way they tie may be different from mine or whatever. And it's cool to watch.
Who's your favorite Minnesota female bait painter? Holly would like to know.
That's hard. That's really hard, I'm just kidding. It's got to be Holly. Bless her. Even though she likes to rig the giveaways.
Yeah. Something was a little suspicious there.
Yeah.
How many burnouts did Bobby do today?
About 4.
Where do you see your hobby or business in 5 years? C. Klein would like to know.
I know I've heard this thousands of times. You're not going to make a living off of making baits, obviously, because it's expensive. But honestly, I would like to own my own store, own my own tackle store.
Yeah.
That's where I hope to be at least in the next 5-10 years.
So let's put it like this. So many people who don't feel that they're going to succeed at something like that will give you that type of misinformation. It's right. Not that you can't do it or it can't be done. You definitely have to have the time, the motivation, and sometimes the money to make those things happen. So it is possible. I would love nothing more than you to have your own tackle shop, and maybe you can set up the big table where we can all come down and visit your tackle shop and do some painting and
that would
fish cool. Right out back,
That would be cool.
That would be awesome. And let's face it, you've got a start. Now you've got your shed that's just for you, and it's a workshop. It's not just your shed, it's a workshop. And buddy, a window can always be cut in that with a little table right on the outside to where people can come up and they can buy your baits on the way to the lake or to the river. So you've already got to start there. So in 5 years, you'd like to see yourself exactly where compared to where you are now?
In the shed. In the shed, making lots of baits. Get in the room, out of my bedroom, because that's where I tie my stuff right now, is out of my bedroom.
Yeah.
So, and we were, blessed enough to get the money to get a shed and build it so I can have my own, like you said, little workshop or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's move on with some more questions. I keep seeing this one. Who's your favorite turtle? What
You
is
don't.
this?
You have to know the story behind Turtle. Oh, Crystal.
Well,
We
then
call
tell
her.
us a story.
We call her Turtle.
Okay.
We love her. She's. We love her. That's all I can say. Is we love her.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all I can say.
Well, who is your favorite bait company? Mold Man wants to know.
Georgia Lure.
Georgia Lure.
Great people. You know, we got to go down to Georgia last year and got to spend time. Went to Lake Hartwell. You know, they welcomed us in. You know, got to hang out, got to pull some baits. Actually, it was kind of cool.
Somebody wants to know, hey, who's your favorite person from Arkansas? And I'm not going to tell you who wrote it.
It's Hoghead. It's got to be Hoghead. It's either him or Kayla. One of the two.
It's
One of
very
them.
much Hoghead.
That sounds about right.
Zach Attack wants to know, Jigs, who you watching to learn to paint?
Everybody, honestly, I like whenever y'all are live doing these paint offs and you know just sitting there just talking about paint and stuff. I'm constantly learning. That's why most of the time when I'm muted, that's why. It's because I'm sitting back, I'm listening. You know, I'm trying to learn a little bit. You know, so like I said, I watch Lauren, I watch Sims, I even watch Uncle Corey whenever he turns it to where we can see his bait.
So you can see how orange it is.
Yeah, for real. And then of course watch Holly. Holly's details is crazy. And then, you know, you got Barrett, you know, Barrett Bates. Yeah. He's another good one. Calvary, he's a good one. You know, it's really
it's
good.
Hard to name them all.
It is. There's so many of them. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the whole point of the paint offs is to let everybody get in there and kind of see everybody's style. I think the most unique thing about the paint off, and I'll say this every time, is I believe 100% you could give everybody the same lure, the same stencil, and we already give you the same colors.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to come out different every time.
Every bait's going to be different. It's all going to have that style from that painter. It's going to have whatever popped into their head on that bait. Exactly. And it's not going to be the same as the guy, you know, that's painting in the box beside him.
I mean, you may have some that come very, very close, but there's going to be one little detail that is different from everybody.
Well, I mean, you could tell everybody you have to use pink when you're doing your stenciling, but you can choose whatever stencil you want, and every bait's going to come out different.
It's going to be different every time. Yeah.
It's all in now.
Bear, I have a gallery at the moment. I've got two more. I can't remember what kind they are. But I haven't officially started painting yet. Hopefully this time next month. Hopefully.
2E005 wants to know, what's your favorite rod and reel combo?
Honestly, I don't know. Like I said, I'm going back to my spinning rod. Just the bait casters bit me in the tail yesterday. So
yeah. What's your favorite brand of spinning?
Probably Cast King.
Cast King? Cast King's coming out with some good stuff.
Cast King's got a lot of good stuff.
I'm a Daiwa guy. So when it comes to what my rod and reel setups are starting to look like, they're starting to turn all Daiwa. It was Ava Garcia, which is a very good starter combo, but everything's turning to Daiwa.
Lord, my brother's in the chat down there. Yeah, it explodes in my hand for sure. I still don't understand how it broke. I don't know. Leave it to me to break something, I guess.
What's a fishing trip you would love to do? North Waters wants to know.
Always wanted to go fish for walleye.
Really?
We don't have that much, or I don't think we have it at all around here. think the closest may be Georgia. But I've never fished walleye. I've always wanted to go, and that'd be something I'd like to learn, especially going up north to do it too. So.
Well, you got a lot of people up north here, so it can definitely happen. It could definitely happen. So what he's saying, North Waters, is he wants you to take him fishing already.
Yeah, North Waters, come on, let's go. Come up north, Jeff, and I will take you.
Get Ugly Fishing says your own tackle shop is awesome. Custom paints, custom jigs, and you can put all your work in there. In case you guys don't know, Get Ugly Fishing is up here up north. He is one of the employees over at Highway 15 Baits. If you're ever up here on Lake Erie, you can stop in there. He's got everything for the walleye, for the bass. And you can stop in there and get to know him a little better. He's a great guy, fun to talk to, full of information.
Lake Erie is probably one of my top places I'd like to go to. I've heard Lauren talk about that place so much, and then ever since I've met Lauren, I've seen so much about Lake Erie, and I'm like, dude, I want to go so bad.
Lake Erie is a very interesting place, and I love living up here. I definitely will be making a different boat choice here in the future to be able to get further out in the water. But Lauren goes out toward all the islands and chases the walleye around. I catch walleye and bass and everything else, but I stay inside the bays and the slips and things like that. The 17-foot boat that I have is not going to handle that water out there. So,
right. Well, we went to Lake Hartwell over in South Carolina. Whenever we went to Georgia, and that lake it puts all of our lakes to shame. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I've never been on a lake this big. Like, it puts all of our lakes to shame.
Yeah, Lake Erie can be very daunting when it comes to getting out in the big water. There's definitely points when you can't find land any way you're looking. Getting all the way out toward the Canadian border is getting ocean style, where you're out there far enough, it's dangerous.
Right.
OSC is sure knocking them out. Yeah, he's been
Lauren,
sending pictures to everybody. Lauren is slaying the walleye up here.
Like you're more like ocean. Sage, you are my favorite birthday twin.
I'm trying to keep up with all the questions.
Yeah, me too. It's hard. I'll see how you do this. What is my favorite lure to fish? Got to be a 2.5. It's just something about a 2.5 that I love it.
Who asked that?
Sims.
Okay. Tim says Lake Erie will take a 25-foot boat and not even think twice about it. Yeah. There's, we all talk about that, and I am going to stop on that subject for a minute for anybody that might be considering coming up to Lake Erie. What a beautiful place to fish. But you really have to respect the lake. If you're not from around here, make sure you're at least an experienced boater, because it will swallow you up and it will spit you out. It can get very dangerous very quick just by the wind coming from the wrong direction. And I know it's hard to believe, but this place is very dangerous at sometimes. Sims Tails and Tackle, he broke off a bandit I painted for him, 20-pound fluorocarbon, I guess. They've been catching some big walleye. I think, what they say, 28-inch is the biggest one they've gotten right now?
Maybe. I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
If I've missed a question from somebody, make sure you type it in again down there so we can make sure and get to it. Mold Man says, don't lie. Who is the best painter on TikTok?
Me. No, I'm just kidding. See, that's hard. Like I said, everybody has their own style. You know, you got Uncle Corey that likes to use orange a lot. But but you know, some people just they have their own style. You know, you can't really just say who's the best because everybody does their stuff different.
So I used to ask it like that, like who's your favorite painter on TikTok? Who's, but I guess a better way to put it is who has influenced you the most when it comes to their painting?
That's hard.
They're all hard questions. We don't always ask the easy ones.
That's hard. I mean, that goes back to saying that, you know, everybody has their own style. Because you got people like, you know, John Ward does his own thing. You got Sims, Lauren, you know, all these great bait makers on here, and they have their own style. So you can't really just, I mean, everybody has influenced me to want to paint just because I've sat here and watched y'all do it for a year. And I'm like, dude, I want to try this so bad. Just it's killing me. I want to try.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those you can't really just pick, you know.
Ted wants to know, when do the smallies turn on up here? I'll tell you what. As soon as the water starts to warm up, it's like anywhere else. You can go out there and get the smallies. I am not a smallmouth targeting fisherman, but what I do know is they go the same pattern as the rest of the bass, even in these smaller waters. And out at the islands is where everybody targets the smallmouth. You go out by the islands, right up against the cliffs, and I have heard professional fishermen say there's not a place around that they've known to go to where they can go every day and catch 30 pounds of smallmouth in a day. So, Zack Attack. Who is your favorite Zack Attack?
That is Zack Attack. It's probably, it's got to be Zack Attack.
There you go. Tim's got a comment for you. Late April is fire for smallmouth.
Let me rephrase. Which one are you buying first? If you only have $15. See, that's hard. You can't just say right off the bat. I mean, easy.
Oh, listen to him dance around the questions, guys.
I mean,
no direct answers.
No, because there's so many good bait makers on here.
Maybe you should have went and been a lawyer.
Come on, give a straight answer. Fine. If I'm gonna buy one, it's gonna be for myself.
What is your favorite weight of jig from Bass Attack or Zack Attack?
Probably an 1/8 ounce. 1/8 ounce.
Yeah, you're right, old man. He's definitely a jig fisherman. He's beating around the bush, not answering the question. Say Ephraim. Mad Mexican said, say Ephraim.
Say Ephraim.
What is your favorite box to throw all the bad baits in? Ephraim's box.
Sometimes it's my box.
I think Ephraim would like to have a box at everybody's house. If you mess it up, just throw it in my box.
I can't tell you how many's in my box right now or in my bag, my tackle bag that I've messed up, and I'm just like, screw it, I'll fish it.
I do it. I just keep going with them until I get them to where I believe that they'll catch fish, and then I send them out.
Right. Yeah, like if I tie one up and I don't like how it turned out, I'm not gonna sell it. I can't. My mentality just cannot
So when it comes to tying and you tie one up and you just don't like it and you haven't put the UV on it, can't you just start over?
Yeah, but that just cutting it and everything else, and I'm just like, nah, I'll just start all over.
It just doesn't make sense to cut it all apart and try it again. It's better just to grab a different one and try again.
Yeah. I'll put UV on it. If I don't like how it turned out, I'll just throw it in my box and get another one and try it again.
Pretty Lure says there's no mess ups. There's only happy actions.
Happy mistakes.
Bobby Burnout, where'd it come from?
Calvary. It come from Calvary. Ever since
What?
before I become a pro staffer for Pretty Lures, automatically, as soon as I got to Alabama to the expo, Burnout Bobby! I'm like, okay, I guess that's my new nickname. There we go.
He just started saying it. There you go.
Yeah, that's right, Nathan. After saying a few choice words during time, that's my brother, Nathan Bennett. That's my brother down there.
Okay.
So he can tell you sometimes it's not pretty. I pull a swamp. Let's just say this: I pull a swamp whenever he's painting.
Hey.
Yeah, that's me. That's me with jigs.
There was a few select people who were in alive when I dropped a Hinkle clone that I was it had fresh paint on it, and they heard me go off like they'd never heard before. Burnout, I'm not going to say that. Burnout Bobby or...
I'd rather do Burnout Bobby.
You'd rather it be Burnout Bobby. Damn it, Bobby. Oh, man. Pretty Lewis says, we need to talk.
Who's faster in a wheelchair? Me. Anyways, next question.
Who's faster in the wheelchair?
Shoot, probably not me no more ever since I quit playing wheelchair basketball.
All right. I think everybody's just about out of questions. If you guys would like, we can go ahead and open up the boxes and let everybody up in here to chat. I have to say, Wheelz, I appreciate you coming in this evening, doing a one-on-one interview with me. We will get this up on YouTube as soon as we can. You can find me on YouTube at The Podcast 2025, all one word. Is there anywhere they can find you? Do you do auctions? Do you have a website?
I do auctions. The website's also in process. I've started one, but I just haven't worked on it a lot. So, but you can find me on TikTok. You can find me on FB. At Nash Bennett.
Yep.
You can find me on there. Whatever.
I think that's one I always miss. Over there on Facebook. Everybody can get over there and follow most anybody in here on Facebook. You can also follow them here on TikTok. A lot of people have the Instagram as well as YouTube. So make sure you guys are searching around if you have those apps. See if you can find everybody, and we'll go from there. Spider Monkey says, "Awesome podcast, fellas." I appreciate it. We're going to open up the boxes and let everybody up here. As far as the interview and the podcast, that concludes the podcast. Thank you very much, sir. I do appreciate your time. We're going to open up the boxes and let everybody up in here. What's up, Get Ugly?
What's up? I just want to tell you it's Highway Bait and Tackle.
Highway Bait and Tackle.
Not Highway 15.
Appreciate it, Uncle Lou.
Sorry about that.
But yeah, and then as the smallmouth are more towards the islands, but we have a very big population of largemouth, about equal as the smallmouth now in Lake Erie.
Oh yeah, Lake Erie's got a lot of different fish out there. Just depends on what you want to fish for. And I've caught some monster pike out here too.
Oh, the pike are making a major comeback up here right now.
Well, they also threw in some muskie and I forget
sturgeon.
the name. Sturgeon. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, Toledo Zoo's been doing a program for over 20 years of putting sturgeon back in the lake. So it's been I've seen a couple in West Harbor, which kind of threw me off because I thought I got bit by one of the snakes out there because, they're just swimming along and you don't pay attention to any of that.
Yeah.
But, Jigs, if you're going to start your own tackle shop, that is one of the best things because you can do all your customs, sell your customs.
Right. But my big thing is I'm gonna get a lot of these guys, help their business out too, and get them in there also. That's my big goal right now is just, get me set up, and then as the time goes on, get, Uncle Corey's, everybody's that's on here, get theirs in there too eventually.
And that's a great way to do it too. Like for the shop that I work at, we sell a lot of custom walleye baits. I now putting custom bass stuff in there because I'm our bass guy at work. We're selling that like it's fire water, and everybody is buying it like crazy. Plus, we get a lot of the smaller companies, J-Bro Lures. We got those, we're getting a lot of smaller companies in there that the bigger box stores won't put in there.
Yep.
Right.
And that helps out a lot. And being nice to your other bait companies around much as you can.
Right.
Tackle shops helps out too because we're all against the big box companies, so
Yep.
we all the mom and pop shops are where it's at. So
Exactly, for sure.
Guys, before I forget, don't forget to tune in next week. We'll be here, same time, 7 Eastern on Tuesday, and that time we are going to have Paul Tark. Paul Tark is going to be the guest of the evening.
Okay.
Gonna have royalty on the podcast.
Right? Make sure you guys tune in for that one.
And if you hear snoring in the background, I apologize. That's Hazel. She's a Frenchie. She doesn't bark. She snorts. So, but yeah, I worked on a video tonight. I had to reshoot it 4 times because she was just snorting in the background. So, but yeah, but other than that, I'll let other guys up here. But yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. That's the best thing I can say. Do a couple shows if you get a chance to. Small expos and whatnot that's by you is a great way to get your product out. People looking at stuff. So,
yes, sir.
And watching these guys that paint on here, there's a lot of talented painters on TikTok and other websites. I've seen some stuff that kind of just, was like, holy crud, you could actually do that. So, yeah. I
you can get a better selection from custom bait makers than you can from any big box store.
And you can. And I can tell you this, too, from working on the backside of stuff, like with the bigger companies and doing a lot of their videos, for like, you see the big reps like from Berkeley and all that, that you go to these they go to these expos. They look at what you guys are all making.
Yeah.
Very, very closely. And a lot of them can't reproduce what you guys are doing. So just remember, they're always watching. They're always like, man, maybe we can get him to do something for us. So you never know when they reach out.
Well, that's like everybody on here helps everybody out. But at the same time, everybody has their one thing that they're not willing to share with everybody else. They like to keep it to themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
hey, I'll share everything but my cheesecake. I mean, you can have the wife, the dog, any of my paints. Just don't mess with my cheesecake.
Oh, come on. Cheesecake is good, though. You can't just... it's a bad idea. Yeah, cheesecake.
Mine would be a good red velvet brownie.
That sounds pretty tasty, too.
See, here we go.
I mean, I just like snacks. I mean,
I'm going to be hungry all over again.
Ooh, there you go. Get a red velvet brownie bottom with a cheesecake top.
Ooh.
Right, y'all. I hate to roll out of here, but I'm finna go eat some supper.
All right, buddy.
Jigs.
I appreciate you.
Awesome,
Have a good
man.
evening.
See ya.
Let's see y'all. If y'all still on here a little bit, I'll hop back in.
We'll be on for a little bit.
Okay.
And one more thing.
Tim, don't eye the cheesecake ever.
Don't buy the cheesecake. There's been some 32-inch walleye caught in the last couple days, just so everybody knows. That's up my way.
Yep. Now is the time. They love this cloudy, dreary, nasty weather.
Yeah,
They love it.
I couldn't buy a bite in West Harbor today. The water was just too cold. There wasn't even a little minnow swimming around, and yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even go out and try and fish today. I basically went out and cleaned up the yard, cut down some volunteer trees that I needed to get rid of, and I plan on doing some fishing tomorrow. It's supposed to be around 50 degrees, so I think I'm going to do that. And I don't know if you know Lauren's Lures. He's up with a few buddies. He's fishing. He fished all this week, and he'll be here all next week, and they are absolutely slaying the walleye.
Just remind them they cannot troll by the Route 2 bridge. You have to go past the coal docks towards Cedar Point because they consider that part of the river.
Yeah,
and you only allow a
clear
single
out.
hook.
They're out in the big water.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and if they need anything, highway bait's open. I'm trying not to go back into work again. I got called in twice today because they messed stuff up. So, and I finally fixed it all. I'm like, okay, I'm out. Don't call me. I was in Sandusky twice today because I had to go over and get parts that they broke from the business place. Like, how do you break a cable, like brand new cable?
Yeah. Hey, Lynn, no problem at all. We enjoyed having him on here, and he's definitely found a great group of friends. We appreciate having him around. Jigs on Wheelz is awesome.
What is that noise?
That is my dog. I apologize. She's a big drinker. And
oh no, it sounded like something completely different.
Tell them to stop. You know what, critters? There's no. I've tried. I've even locked them out of the back system, and it still gets messed up. So I just can't win.
You'll have that on big jobs.
I'm down at the Summit County show. I'm not supposed to be dealing with work. I had 3 phone calls on Saturday, 3 calls on Friday in the middle of the show to deal with. Yeah.
Appreciate it, Mad Mexican.
But I'll let you guys have a good night, and I'm going to go scroll around for a bit. But that was a good interview tonight, too. So,
all right, buddy. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you stopping through.
Oh, before I forget, too, we need to go over and film at the new bait shop out in Curtis at some point when she's done. I'll get a hold of you. I talked to her today, so we're going to have to go out and do some social media for her new bait shop.
Work.
Yeah. I'd like to get out there.
She opens April 1st.
April 1st.
Yep.
I will definitely have to get out.
So I'll get a hold of you.
All right, buddy.
All right. See you, everybody.
See ya. Yeah, he's talking about a lady who just opened a bait shop over in Curtis, Ohio, which is maybe 30, 40 minutes from me. So she put a lot of time and energy into it, and we want to make sure everybody knows about it out there. So,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, lots of interesting things going on. Man, fishing season is about to ramp up here.
I can't wait.
It's just, I'm itching to get out there and catch some fish. I've been out a couple times just messing around.
I haven't even been out yet.
I didn't catch anything, but I am liking how some of the baits are working. And I'll say it again. I got the chatterbaits from Critters, and it was not a fluke. I took that thing out again just to cast it around, and it is from about crank number 1 to crank number 2. That thing is chattering away, and you can work it super slow to where you just barely feel that thing thumping, and it works great. So
I'll have to check those out because I love a chatterbait, but I've been pretty loyal to the Brazalo strutters. They haven't let me down. So
yep. Critters putting out a good product there. He did say that he is going to get in some of the gold and silver blades for it. Yeah, right now they're all black, which is okay. But when I fish them, I usually go with a silver or gold. Just depends
or a copper.
Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, now I will say that I've been throwing a black and blue with a black blade with blue flake in the blade.
Okay.
And they've been tearing it up.
Excuse me. Yeah.
I know you had a whole lot going on during the podcast, Uncle Corey. I don't know if you saw my comment about a specific jig that you have from me.
I didn't. Yeah.
So I received a Snapchat from a friend of mine that stopped by the other day that Holly got to meet and whatnot. They got a 29 7/8 inch walleye on that same exact color. Just throwing that out there.
I did not see your comment. I did see your picture you sent to me, though. Isn't that the one you're talking about?
Nope, completely different guy. I got that picture in a Snapchat and I forgot to go back and save it so I could share it. And I asked him if he saved it and he said no.
Oh, come on. I thought you could go back and look at all Snapchat history.
You can only open them before you respond. You can reopen them before you respond. After that, they're gone.
Gotcha.
But I did get to see it, and yeah, there's that orangey.
What color was that? What? Wait,
disco gold.
Nah, that's not what you said. That's not. He said orange.
They had rust.
It was rust.
And rust. It's a derivative. It's not orange.
I mean, I will say the rust on my Suburban is very orange, but it is what it is.
Stop it.
That was a fun podcast.
You know, I don't know who all was in there the other day. We had Paul Tark on here, and he was doing some painting. And his favorite thing to use for stencils is a deck of cards. So a playing card, because it has the waxy film, and you can wipe it off quite a few times and reuse it. And I was going to go out and buy a deck of cards while I was at my parents' this weekend. And we all decided to play cards, and they had a deck of cards that was missing way too many, and she went to throw them in the trash, and I was like, wait a minute, I want
There you
those.
go.
So
There you go.
now I've got plenty of stencil material.
I think the trick behind that might be cutting it instead of tearing it.
I know. And I'm going to get on the phone with Paul, and he's going to show me how he cuts those, because I've tried a couple times. You know, I've still never painted a crawl style bait. I've never painted a crawl. So I think I'm holding out. It's going to be one of those things. I'm just like, here's the first crawl I've ever painted.
Ron, that would be pretty lures.
Corey throws walleye back. I forward to him a mental health professional number. I do throw them back. Yes, I do.
You need to bring some of them home.
I know. And like I said the last time we were talking about it, my neighbor over here is a big walleye fisherman. He's like, why aren't you bringing them back? I'll clean them. I'll keep them. And I'm like, I only caught one today. He's like, that's enough for a sandwich. Keep it. So.
I wish they weren't frozen and it was this late.
He's got a freezer full and he's about to catch more. He's a retired guy, so he gets to go out every day of the week if he wants. At his age, he can't, because this lake will beat you up. Everybody knows fishing can tire you out. So at 83 years old, I think he fishes. I think he still fishes 2 to 3 times a week, though.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
we have a local guide here. If you look, I would actually say look him up, Uncle Corey. His nickname is the Grizz, spelled same exact way, Grizz.
he's all over TikTok, the Grizz.
He's in his 80s. He still guides on Pool 2, and he's just he's different. Good, but he's different. That would be I almost think he might be a pretty good one if you were to ever make it work out for the podcast. However, there are some sides of him that could become controversial, so it would be a tiptoe around. But
I don't mind controversial talk, depending on what it is. I think my favorite question to this day, and I'll never quit asking it, is the clear coat, because it makes for good conversation, and it puts a lot of information out there really fast for anybody who's thinking about doing one or the other.
Right. And that's the one thing with the Grizz, though. He's not a bait maker.
Oh, well, yeah, just a guide.
Yeah, well, he's not just a guide. He's a huge name up here in Minnesota.
Gotcha.
For like everything he's done in the industry. So maybe he might be more of a directed towards outdoors with Tiny.
Yeah.
But I would still not take him out of the equation for like
blue fishing. Yeah.
Well, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but I think he'd be like an interesting random addition to the podcast.
Very nice. I see Pooh fishing down there. We still got quite a few people in here. I appreciate everybody staying in and hanging out. Dark Side's hanging out in the background. So Sea Climb. Stroud's Custom Glides is in here. Red Flag. Brasher. You guys are all welcome up here in the box. Podcast is over. We are just having a discussion. Don't forget, guys, we do this every Tuesday at 7 Eastern. The next guy up is going to be Paul Tark. If you don't know him, make sure you stop by next Tuesday and get to know him a little better. And then I have done the impossible, guys. I really have. And I think you'll agree. To get Bubba's Custom Lures on the podcast has been darn near impossible. But I do have him on the books. He is on the books for 4/7. So he'll be on right after Paul Tark. Sims will be on eventually. Critters Custom Tackle, Sea Climb, Twisted Richie, Walleye Guy, Outdoors with Tiny will be part of the podcast very soon. And then we're going to go Calvary Custom Tackle, and Stroud's is also going to be part of the podcast. So we're building up a heck of a lineup. I have a lot more lined up, just waiting on a couple answers. And I think we're going to be booked out for the whole summer. It's going to be a great show. I'm excited to be doing it. I'm excited that everybody else likes to come in, hang out, and you all ask some great questions. So,
well, everybody's got to try and keep it comedic and yet real.
Who fishing for you? If you don't know who that is, she's usually over on Tiny's page. This is where I met her. Is over on Tiny's lives, and she does a lot of cooking. I know Bass Junkie is actually receiving some stuff from her. He won in a giveaway of sorts. So if you don't know who Pooh Fishing is, go check her out. She does some amazing content. Jeff, tomorrow's my birthday. What are you going to get? What are you going to get him? What are you going to get Ron for his birthday? Oh, you're so welcome.
I think Bass Junkie got the brownies and the special Oreo bite today. He did a video on it.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he said he was drooling. It was so good.
Pretty Lure says, we will be headed out of town for another expo on the 26th. Orders will be fulfilled Tuesday. So for those of you who don't know, there is an expo in, and correct me if I'm wrong, Holly, it is Tulsa, Oklahoma. On the 26th, you're going to have Pretty Lures and Nice Outdoors will be down there. Mad Mexican will be down there. Brashers will be down there. Holly will, of course, be down there. So it's going to be quite the big expo. And if you're in that area, make sure you're getting down there and checking it out. What is the name of the expo?
It's the backwoods fishing, hunting, fishing.
Okay. So make sure you guys are getting over there if you're in that area, or if you're not too far away, make a short drive. Get down there and check it out. The Backwoods Expo on the 26th.
Yep, so the expo is, it's a Saturday, Sunday. It's the 28th and 29th.
Oh, it is the 28th and 29th. Okay.
Yeah, we need a little time to drive.
Yeah.
And set up.
I think one of the most difficult parts about being a bait maker would be setting up for an expo. And I don't think anybody can fully understand the difficulty involved until you actually do an expo, because you start prepping way in advance. You have to have enough baits to take with you. You have to have a setup for the area you're in. Yes, you can go down there and you can throw out a table and a cloth and just throw your baits on the table. But I think for aesthetic purposes, having racks and things like that is probably the way to go. Make sure you've got it right up, eye level for them to check out. So layout is key. Critters Custom Tackle says layout is key. I would have to agree. Yeah, I've been to a couple expos this year, and it's one of the first things that you notice is the layout of the area that you're walking into. So Niece will be there. I'll be there just to help Pretty Lures. That's awesome, dude. I know a lot of expos have went on already. There are a few left. Make sure if you're interested in going to an expo that you're getting on the internet and figuring out what's near you. I know Pretty Lures said they're going to do even more with the expos next year. So be on the lookout for that. And when they're doing expos, you can bet that you're going to find a lot of their pro staff there, but you're also going to find a lot of us other bait makers that aren't pro staff, but we're very close with Pretty Lures, and we're all close with each other. So typically, if people that I'm used to painting with are going to an expo, I'm more likely to get a booth at that expo than to go off by myself. Dark side. You're not going to be tying? Come on. Guys, I don't know about you, but I felt like that was a great show.
It was, yeah.
I think Jigs has got a lot more ahead of him and a lot more learning if he's going to start painting, that's for sure. But nothing wrong with knowing more than one trick. I mean, a lot of people do that. JM does that. Holly, you do that. Northwaters does that. So a lot of people do a lot of different things, which is a great reason to maybe get on the podcast and get that shout out so people know exactly everything you do. So I think
well,
he'd be great.
there's a lot others that do, multi items. Sims
Yeah.
does several items, Road Cone, couple items, like
Oh,
plastics
yeah.
and hard baits. Bubba does plastics and hard baits.
Yep.
So like, there's a lot that have, 2 or more things
Yeah.
that they're doing.
I think, you brought up Bubba. I think something special when it comes to Bubba and TRS is a lot of people do the plastics and 3D printing and jigs and hard baits and stuff like that. If you guys haven't gotten over to check out one of TRS's auctions, and I know she's just starting them back up, she does crystals. And I don't mean your usual just regular crystals. They're designed crystals. So she gets these from wherever she gets them, and she displays them for everybody to check out. And like, I just bought one for my wife. It's a complete raven statue with a crystal ball at the end of it. To describe it, I probably sound like an idiot because I'm not into crystals like that. But she has some amazing stuff. She has them in characters. I think I seen at one point somebody told me she had the whole Mario set, like Mario and Luigi,
set.
and
she had like some Winnie the Pooh. She had Sega. She had Simpsons, Pokemon. So they're all different. Different stones and crystals and rocks and things like that, and they're carved out into all these different, like little, shapes, sizes, figurines, whatever.
Freddy. Nobody wants a Freddy.
It was TRS Treasures and Tackle.
Poo fishing, you want to go check out TRS Tackles and Treasures. She can get you hooked up with those. You can send her a message, and she'll get on a live and she'll show you what she has, if that's something you'd like to check out. I don't think she's in here tonight. I think Bubba's in here.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times too, like only one of them will have the phone on in the live or whatever.
Nope.
So they don't have to worry about making sure they mute being close by each other, same room.
6 more orders coming in.
Ooh, Bubba's gonna have fun with all that.
Mm-hmm. Well, if he'd like to get up here and show some stuff off, he's more than welcome. I know she decided to quit doing it for a while just because the cost of shipping, we've all been dealing with that, was getting so high for her. But she is definitely getting back into it, and it adds a unique feature to the auctions when she does something like that. That's not something that anybody else does. Ain't like me, and you won't have a lot more problems.
Oh, dark side. You're trying to shake your head at me over something the other day. I'm shaking mine back at you right now.
Old Swamp Rooster. Appreciate the rose, pretty lures. Appreciate all the likes, guys. Tonight's wasn't quite as long as some are, but still at the same, it was pretty informational. I got to know some things about Jigs that I didn't know, and we did get a little more personal with him. I spoke to him beforehand, and he was okay with any of those questions I wanted to ask, and I thought it was informational, and maybe some of those questions that I asked were ones that maybe you wanted to know the answers to, but it's not something you just come out and ask somebody. So I thought it was pretty important that we got to that subject. I can prove mine. Why is there a whole argument in the chat? Oh, that's right, because Swamp's in here. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Come on now, Swampy. You know you got the good.
Got to give Swamp Rooster a hard time. I haven't seen much of him lately. Who all's going fishing tomorrow?
Not me.
No.
Not me.
How about this
It's supposed to
weekend?
rain here. It's
Not
nice.
me.
If it's nice, yeah.
Ooh, I could go fishing. I can go to the little kiddie pond at the expo.
You're about guaranteed to catch something.
And you know what? I might not catch a stick either.
Good. You made me forget what I was saying. Does working on boats count? Well, you're helping us get fishing, so yeah. I'm sorry, Bubba.
Hey,
Bubba.
what's up?
What up, dude?
Hey, living the dream.
Living the dream. That didn't sound very believable.
Trying to get stuff done, trying to get stuff up on the wall.
Yeah, Bubba's got some pegboards to fill up again.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags up today.
There you go.
Finished 2 orders.
Good job.
I might north. You never know.
Who, are you still in here?
Who fishing? I think she is. Let me give a quick check.
This is some of the stuff we have.
I think she took off.
Gotcha.
But that doesn't mean you can't show some of that stuff. I'm sure there's other people that are interested. Yeah, my wife enjoys that stuff. She's I bought her some of the crystals and she's like, I'm into this stuff. I'm like, I think I forgot.
She's gonna love that one thing.
Oh yeah. She already knows about it. I showed it to her. I can't hold a secret. There's Popeye.
We got Jeff over here.
Mr. Flat Top. What's up, Brasher?
We got Brasher right here.
I like those squished head ones.
Could be yours.
Well, I think I got a good start for this round, Bubba. I want to wait till the next one and make you have to package all those up too.
I ordered the raccoons last night, so they're getting shipped.
Yay! Did they have any rhinos at all, or did you check?
No, not the little ones. They're not reasonably priced. I could get one, but it'd be like $30.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you ever get a chance, if you're on it or whatever, you can either take a picture of it, screenshot it, or whatever, and send it to me. With about what the size of it is.
Yep.
And then I know sometimes they'll do different colors that they make them out of.
Yes, they do.
The right price. I'll take a picture. I can get it for you in less than a half hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the right price. I gotta make money too, I'm doing all this work, and I got a steak dinner.
I even got some.
But she has to pay. She has to feed me. That's her job. She married me.
And I ordered pizza last night. You got steak dinner and pizza.
Your job to feed me.
And
What's up, guys?
I could just feed you PB and
What's
J.
up, critters?
Just
There's
playing
nothing wrong
around
with
in the
PB&J
paint booth.
either.
Heck no.
That's going to be what I do tomorrow night.
PB&J?
Well,
What?
PB&J?
No.
Oh.
Messing around in a paint booth.
Yeah, with her down in Atlanta for work, I was like, hey, I get the paint booth.
So you're starting to get more into that too, huh?
Tinkering. Wouldn't say I've caught up to her, but
What's up, Jose?
What's up, Jose? I tried to invite him. He didn't want to come up in here. Now he probably will because you invited him.
No, he won't. I do it just to get him going. He's probably on the phone with Swamp.
Probably.
What's up, Jose?
There I am.
I think it's so cool that they make little characters out of those.
I hate to see what the order cost that's coming in.
oh, trust me,
You
I
guys
bet.
probably, huh?
I say, oh, trust me, I bet I know how those orders are.
You guys probably got rid of a lot of stuff. I wasn't able to tune into that auction, but I've heard a lot about it.
Probably about quarter of it.
What up, Brasher?
That's good.
Yeah, definitely add more now, you know.
What's happening, Captain?
What up, buddy?
You know.
He said there'll be another one in April, guys. Save your pennies.
Not a one.
Trying to figure out what that extra thing in my package was today there, Bubba.
I got something from Bubba today too. What's up, Barrett?
There's Mr. Barrett.
How you guys?
In case you don't know, Barrett pulls the night shift for the lives.
Ooh, Barrett, while you're in here, question.
Barrett pulls the all-nighter night shift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those lures, those 2 lures I got from the auction, did you ever ship those out?
Yeah, they're in the box.
Okay. I thought, well,
I figured you'd have the box.
it's supposed to be here tomorrow.
Okay.
What's up, Monster Man?
He's probably going to stay up till about 5 in the morning.
I need to not do that.
I say he was up this morning.
You got to change your schedule about Thursday.
Yeah.
I had to be like Uncle Corey and order some rip stops.
They're nice. You need to not do that. What are you trying to be on more during the day?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to get stuff done for this expo, but I got to get switched over again.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll be sleeping at the expo.
Yeah. Is Holly still in here?
Yeah.
I just got told a little bit ago that Backwoods gave us another booth.
Nice.
I guess they reached out to her and said, "You got enough stuff to fill another booth too?" And she said, "Yeah." So someone backed out, and we got it. So we
How many booths are you going to have down there now?
It's I guess a 10 by 30 now.
Oh, okay.
So
Is it
it's
right
just
there
another
beside
one
y'all?
right beside you.
Brasher, are you and Joe in the same booth or you have separate booths?
We'll be in the same booth.
Okay. That'd be cool. Yeah, all you guys will be there.
Yeah, just take a trip. Come on.
Yeah. I don't feel like driving to Oklahoma.
It's a drive.
Oh, I've done it. Trust me.
There you
Growing up,
go.
I had family that lived out there, so every summer, Mom and Dad loaded us up in the car, and Dad didn't stay at hotels. It was leave Indianapolis. We stopped and we got in Oklahoma.
You're not supposed to tell everybody that, Rooster. That's
Stay
a
here
secret.
for a
Bubba's
minute,
in here. He's going to get jealous.
Raptor, you want to see where I got with that bait?
Do what?
You want to see where I got with that bait?
Yeah. Let's check it out.
It's not clear coated yet.
Hey, Swamp, they'll be broadcasting it live on OnlyFans.
And then we're going to show you some of those crystals we were talking about.
So there's that.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the little pink X's on their albums.
Yeah.
And then this side is that guy.
That's cool.
Got any brownies left? That is really neat.
That's awesome. She's going to like it.
I didn't know a whole lot about Green Day, so I had to do a little searching.
I think it's going to pop when you clear coat it.
Secret bait here.
A secret bait.
Can't be showing it.
After Saturday.
Ratchet, that one bear did for you is freaking awesome.
Hey, Uncle Corey.
Yeah.
I might get to see it Saturday.
Yeah.
Maybe Friday. I don't know.
Yep.
You should just come to an expo there, Uncle Corey. Just get in the little car and drive. Bring the wife, take a little vacation.
I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately. I'd love to.
We tried.
I'd love to, but
You come down here and do some fishing. Get some real weather, real nice weather.
Real weather. Yeah.
80s and 90s fish are hitting.
Hey, Corey.
We're showing more crystals now?
Poofs. Dang it.
Oh, don't forget, guys, April 1st, that's when the contest is.
April 1st, the contest on the FB page.
I may or may not have painted one while ago.
Poo Fishing is back in here if you wanted to show some of the crystals. That's up to you.
Are they out, babe?
That's where all the fish are, Niche. You didn't know?
She put them back away.
Okay.
Bubba, how many people are in the fishing deal?
If you are interested, Pooh, just message and I'll get them out. Not tonight, but
I think 23.
Did you get me in on that?
The fishing deal?
Yeah.
I think he did.
what are you talking about?
The fishing tournament.
Yeah, Barrett, you're in.
All right.
Well, we got 23 now.
Give me 2 seconds. I think there's 24.
We're getting closer.
When do we need to send the money?
24. We got Twisted Richie, Bill Hesley, Road Cone, Mike is Mad's buddy, Uncle Corey, Nieces Outdoors, Sea Climb, Brasher, Spider Monkey, Ephraim, Smuggler, Hoghead, Swamp, T-Town, Mad, Jeff. What order that is?
Niece said his wife's in too.
Critters, okay. Critters, PRS, Barrett, JM, P King, Basscat, and myself. And now Niece's what?
That's what, 25?
Yeah.
Yep. Let's get as much as you got to April 1st to join. So
I think there's going to be more people that get on board. That's for sure. Yeah,
they
he did
got
say
till April
TRS.
1st.
I said TRS. She's in. I'm gonna beat her so bad.
I'm gonna laugh.
He said there's a
Y'all
few
put her on
people
a
he doesn't
team.
want on his team.
That's right. One is TRS and Basscat. When my team beats them, they ain't never gonna hear the end.
Swamp Trade getting in on this?
Yeah, Swampus.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, and I just got my Bubba scale today, so that make it easier to keep track.
So how it's gonna work, if you guys care to know, I think most of you already do, but yeah, it's gonna be a meeting after April 1st, so it could be 2nd or 3rd, depending. I forgot what day it was on. Yeah, I love when he calls me big boy.
I've seen that down there. Bring it on, big boy.
We'll have a meeting with
Well, I do
everybody.
have a question.
Huh?
Just a quick question suggestion. So you said you don't want to be on the same team as TRS. Would that be something to consider in the rules meeting that you'd have at first? I know you're gonna do the wheel, northern, southern, just spin or whatever. But would that be something like if someone's gonna be your boat fishing partner, like you can't be on the same team? Would that be like a fun part of it too? So you're not, you're competing against your boat partner. It helps have more fun.
What if Jeff needs your help?
Girls be boys. Shoot.
Well,
Bubba, you know you need TRS. You can't take the fish off the hook.
I know.
He can't
Let the shit talk begin.
That's what I'm saying. It's great already.
You can't catch a fish without casting it by spot.
Okay.
So
On this, babe?
yeah, well, you won't throw your line at the same spot that I throw mine.
I mean, I'm willing to do a side bet with you. Anyway, so it's going to be a meeting between all the anglers that are in here. And we'll talk about it. Everybody voice their opinion, what they think, and then me and my two co-anglers or hosts, people helping me, I should say, put it that way. Sorry, I'm in the middle of doing 3 things at once, y'all. We'll get together, finalize the rules, and then we will put the rules, send the rules to every angler. Obviously, Jeff and Holly will only get one. I don't think they need 2. Same as me and TRS, or and his wife. And then you'll have time to back out. Because if you're not happy with the rule or whatever, you have time to back out. And then the money has to be paid before we do teams. And you'll have 2 days to figure it out if you want to come or stay or go. And after that 2 days is up, well, you lose your money.
You're in.
Right. You're just going to screw your team. So that's on you. Somebody did ask a question. He said, "Can I fish every day?" Well, yeah. You have 2 weeks to catch the fish. If you can fish every day, fish every day.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I will have maybe 2 or 3 days out of the 2 weeks to fish. So, and a team is going to pick their team captain. I will not be a team captain, and I don't feel, and I'm probably going to make that rule myself, and none of the 2 people helping me will not be able to be team captains. Then there's no conflict. Uncle Corey can't fish with orange, and I can't fish with red. So I can tell you right now, the first 2 rules are: 1, no cheating. We shouldn't have to say that, but here we are. 2, no bitching, no crying.
No crying.
We shouldn't have to say that neither, but here we are. And as the next year goes, it'll be bigger and better. I have another thing up my sleeve, which I hope everybody joins in and participates. That it's only a kiddie pole. So you go, you get one. You can't change the line on it. Nothing. You go out, you catch the person with the biggest fish. First two people, first and second place, top two biggest fish, will get a trophy. I would like to donate all that money to a children's organization. I want to start this and build it up. We won't start it maybe at 25. Maybe we'll do like a $15 buy-in. And if you always want to put more in, you're welcome. I think it'll be cool, and we'll name this tournament, something, TikTok, family, whatever. And that's what we'll run with. And then when we do the donation, that's kind of how it'll work. We'll give these guys the money and help the kids because we're using their kids' pole, right?
The Barbie pole challenge.
Right.
I say we all use Barbie poles. Pink.
Well, I will mention that
I already got mine.
Somebody said they will wear a tutu and go live.
He's in the chat down there too.
He is in the chat, and I bring it up every day to make sure he does not forget. And he did say he would wear a crown.
Hey, look, see? I already got my pole. I'm ready.
So,
where you at here? There you go.
Imagine catching a 5-pound bass on that. That's going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah? Let's get it.
It would be a challenge, that's for sure.
Right, and that's what it's all about. So that's the next one I'm working on after this one gets over. We're going to start into that one, and I hope to get a lot of people into that, and let's do it.
That's how you know you got a Bubba scale.
No, Jeff, you cannot. We talked about this already. But I can't. It's more about seeing the person in the tutu. Holly said they were going to make it for him.
Not the same thing, Northwater.
And I think that'd be cool, right?
Yeah, I think it would be.
Maybe one year we'll donate to, there you go, donate to, we'll say a place near me. Then we'll go down to a place in Ohio. We'll go to a place down by, Texas. Whatever we figure out. We do it as a group thing. I think
one in the spring, one in the fall.
We could do that too.
That's not a bad idea.
Now you're just showing off.
Got Bubba's balls.
I think after the first one and see how things go, it could turn into a quite a few different ones. I don't disagree with one in the spring, one in the fall either.
And as it gets bigger, I'm going to have to ask for more help, obviously.
One a month? That'd be kind of crazy.
Bass Cat, it's going to get hot. It's going to get hot back July and August, and here we are.
I can do one of them. I can't fish for bass that often.
Well, I can.
You can't what, Holly?
I don't know if I can fish for bass that often.
Oh my!
And, did I mention it was a 2-week tournament?
Why? Because you might like it.
That would be pretty cool, Bass Cat.
I'm before you start walleye fishing and keeping them, and maybe we can switch each other's minds. Until then, zip that lip.
Oh, she told you.
My morning started spicy, so I just saying.
Well, maybe next year, Bass Cat, we can work on something like that. Maybe make it a little bit more of a thing. I mean, yeah. We'll see how this first one runs and goes, and
yep,
and go from that. You already heard my old lady crying.
Wow.
All right, Uncle Corey. It's that time. I'm going to bed.
All right, brother. Have a good day tomorrow.
All right, we'll see everybody
Later,
about
Brasher.
1:30 in the morning. Later,
All
y'all.
right. You'll see Barrett.
Yeah.
You'll definitely see Barrett. What's up, Mr. Prez?
If I had to take a guess, here comes Mr. Tutu now.
Hoghead?
Yeah.
No, but I will.
He said, no, but I will.
Make me no difference. I don't embarrass easy.
Hoghead
But I
makes
want
me
it to
no
match
never
my little
mind.
pony pose.
What?
The latest is October for us.
Yeah, November's pushing it for most anybody up here.
Yeah.
Come November down here, about the only thing you're going to catch is walleye.
Out fishing and hunting. So May, October. Yeah. October can get into we can get some cold weather in October, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah. Uncle Corey, did you say you've never caught a fish on a jerkbait?
Nope.
We're
I'll
gonna
try
change
this year.
that.
I've never caught a fish on a crawfish pattern crankbait.
Yeah.
I have.
Fish 2 weeks of the month, take 2 weeks off, repick teams for the next month during time off. Yeah.
So that old crappie
All
pad.
walleye. Yeah, I've caught a lot of fish on a lot of different baits, but I've never dedicated a lot of time to a jerk bait either.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not my go-to bait, but
Hey, Hoghead.
this time of year is good for a jerk bait.
Yeah.
Hey, Hoghead.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to steal the big box for just a second, y'all.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I did it with a little shimmer for you, bud.
All right.
You see that shimmer?
Mm-hmm. Looks good.
Amen. You ever see a bait like this?
Is that the fluke with the
Straight
super tail?
Yeah.
That'd be a good one. It'll have a lot of action.
I know I have some baits like that.
Do you?
Yeah. That straight tail.
I don't know. We caught a couple more this evening on the monkey milk.
Fluke style, Uncle?
Do what?
The KVDs come like that.
Oh.
Yeah, that long.
I like
wee
the
shads
fork
all
tail.
summer.
Yep. I like those fork tails. I would say the KVDs are probably a little fatter on the tail. They don't taper off at all.
But I think the tapering off is going to make it move better.
Oh, I wouldn't disagree. Anybody want to buy my tying stuff? Yeah, right. You see that, Barrett?
Yeah.
You got into painting. He's done tying.
What's up, Sully? For real.
I feel like Barrett. I ain't got time to do anything. I got to make baits, package, hooks on, clear coat, paint.
I know that feeling.
AI says discussing fishing plans for spring and fall, like using jerk baits. Get out of here.
Scully, you want into a tournament?
I wouldn't want to say Bubba.
Scully. I don't know why I call him Scully all the time. Scully. You want into a fishing tournament? I don't know why I do it, dude, too.
He's probably like, who the hell is he talking to?
He knows because he hears me do it all to him all the time.
Where's he out of?
Ohio.
Is he?
Yep.
Ohio has a lot of my balls.
Well, there you go. He wants to know if you want to be in a fishing tournament there, Sully. A lot of us are already involved in it. Heck, for that fact, everybody in here is involved in it.
Yep.
What's up, Antonio?
20, what did I say, 25 people in it right now?
Sounds about right.
So it's $25 buy-in. 2-week tournament. You will have a team. The biggest fish per person enters. You can upgrade your fish. Teams will be random.
Good looking worm, Bubba.
Thanks.
No, I'm ready for my new mold to show up tomorrow.
All he put is, okay, I'm in.
I told him the price, and I don't know if he's still in or the whole nine. So
bass. Species is bass.
Bass. Bass. Them old bucket mouths.
Smallmouth, largemouth.
I don't know that that's been decided yet. I know there is talk about it.
Well, I think it's going to be more right now because some people don't have the boards. Some people don't have this. So you got to have a scale that does pounds and ounces.
And if you need a Bubba scale, Bass Pro's got them for $150 right now for the Bubba Scale Pro, and it comes with the calling kit, which is a $50 add-on, but you get the whole thing for $150.
TRS.
You have up to April 1st to message me and say you're in. Or you can just tell me here and I'll write you in the book. All right, so what's going to happen is after like April 2nd or 3rd, we're going to get everybody that's in the tournament hopefully into a live. I'm going to listen to all what you got to say. And then me and my 2 other members of the board We're gonna make the rules. I'm gonna send a list out to everybody of the rules, and you still have time to back out if you don't like something. For there's no crying.
There's no crying in baseball.
Right now, you just made spot 26.
Getting up there now.
And there'll be people in it all over the country.
So, right, you'll have people from your team from the south, west, wherever. There'll be wheels to pick the team. So, what's going to happen is once we have the meeting, everybody gets the set of rules. Then the money has to be paid. Then we pick teams. And once we'll set the date, it's like some of the people up north still have ice on their water, Holly and Jeff. So we're trying to make it fair for everybody. And
the rivers, just the lakes will have ice.
So no paid lakes, and it has to be public, open to the public.
So yeah, how you fish it doesn't matter. You can be on the bank, wading, boat,
Right.
kayak.
Right.
Fish it how you can.
The fish has
to
to be
where you fish.
The fish has
Out
to
of
be
a floaty.
1 pound to enter, at least 1 pound to enter.
You can do a floaty, sure.
I'm fishing on the floating flamingo.
Not the floating flamingo.
That's the only thing that's not allowed.
Dang. Could you see me on the flamingo in a tutu? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you can do that. Please.
Come on, Uncle Corey. Don't hate on a brother.
Right? Uncle Corey.
We're getting closer. What's up, Miss Chipper?
It's going to be fun. Then we're going to do another tournament with just kiddie poles.
Miss Chipper, I haven't forgot about you. I'm trying to find hooks for that bait. They're so small.
No problem, Sully. And you can tell friends. It's open to anyone. More the merrier.
Huh?
And we're going to have to do a north or south one time.
Have you figured out what species of bass you're going to be in it?
For sure, largemouth, smallmouth. No like stripe, no
spotted.
Well, that's the thing. We got to listen to. This is why I want to have the meeting, because some of the people don't have largemouth and smallmouth around them. They only have sea bass. They don't get that big.
That's the same way with spotted bass. They don't get real big either.
Right. So, as the group, this is what we talk about, and it's hard. Some people don't have certain species around them, so we have to accommodate for them as well.
I think it can all be worked out to where it's manageable.
Right.
Just take
So, Sully, this is the thing. We can do that because when it gets real hot down there, their fishing ain't as good as ours up here.
Right.
Sure ain't.
Well, not only that, we are going to mix it up when it comes to teams. If somebody's
he was talking north versus south, so we would do a two tournament thing. 2 different times. The north picks a date, and the south can pick a date.
What's up, pretty eyes?
Teammate overall. Yep.
6 or 7 pounds, that's great. If I catch a 4 pound, I'm lucky.
I think the South is going to pick May.
No, I don't think so, because they said, well, maybe like June, July is real hot for you got them down there. So where that's just prime for us.
End of April, 1st of May, that's our prime. If you're going to catch a big bass, that's normally when you're going to catch it.
Right, ours is anywhere from
What's up with
June, July.
Oh, by July it's so hot here you don't want to fish no more.
That's what I mean. That's the point. This is where us northern people are going to be.
End of April, 1st of May, you can catch them big females on the bed, and you can catch some big ones.
It's cool to just see around the globe, like the different times for what, you know what I mean? Like Barrett, he's down there, and I think he's down in Texas, so it's gonna be hard to tell for him. Brasher, he can only catch about like 6-ounce fish, so.
Be like me the other day. I caught a little old bitty largemouth on a jerkbait, and I swear the jerkbait was longer than the damn bass was.
They're aggressive.
If you go back, I think I put it on TikTok. It says my 10-pounder. And the whopper plopper was bigger than the bass that I caught.
Oh, shit.
I'm calling it a night early, so you all have a good night.
Have a good one, Bubba.
I'm about to call it too.
Yep. It's about that time, I think.
All right, everybody have a good one.
I appreciate everybody stopping through and stopping in. I'm sure you can find somebody else live. Barrett's usually on late, and a few other people. What are you showing off there, Critter?
I was tinkering.
That's some pretty good tinkering.
That's a cool one.
It's not bad at all.
Not hateful for still figuring out, especially her gun. Good God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Looking good, man.
See you guys later. Good night.
See ya. Have a good night, everybody.